With the 2016 WCQ season upon us, Burning Abyss, Cosmo, Monarch, and Pendulum were the decks to beat, and many players would continue to hone and innovate on these strategies all the way up until the last possible second.
In this series, both MBT and myself will be traversing the sands of Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Each episode will take a deep dive into Yu-Gi-Oh's past formats and unlock new strategies as new sets become available. Strap yourselves in because anything is possible. Welcome to the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CMO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content.
Before we move on to what I and many players believe to be one of the most frustrating formats in Yu-Gi-Oh!, the Blue Eyes one, let's do a swan song to one of my favorites, the NAWCQ of 2016. Over the course of the last month, we've played a ton of decks from this era, and it's shocking to me how much fun I have with that format to this day. Despite the fact that the decks do have direct counters to each other, and that they are all-encompassing floodgates in the format like Mask of Restrict, it still feels they all have counterplay and that any deck has the possibility of beating any of the others. Of course, it also helped that during this period, most of the top decks were incredibly cheap. We're going to be concluding this format by examining two decks that appeared at the tail end of it. Demise Cosmo, a deck that aimed to stack the end phase effects of Card of Demise and Cosmo Tin Can, and this one, Burning Abyss Monarch. This was the most all-gas deck of the format, and I'm so happy that I get to pilot it. So what's the theory behind Burning Abyss Monarch? Well, Burning Abyss had a huge weakness to exactly Domain of the Monarchs. It was really difficult if your opponent went first and was on Domain Monarch for you to set up a Burning Abyss board. It had a ton of aggressive potential, and it almost never bricked, but the outs to it were just so comprehensive. Inversely, Monarch had outs to everything. Cards like Erebus had the potential to shuffle away Cosmo ships or opponents' monsters that were giving you trouble. However, it was bricky as all hell. You needed to draw both Squires and large Monarchs in order to find a consistent and repeatable line. If you load up on Burning Abyss monsters and enablers, cards like Speedroid Terratop and Speedroid Takatomborg, you can easily make a couple of Dantes turn 1. And if you do that, you can mill a bunch of cards off the top of your deck. Who's to say you maybe hit a card like Pantheism of the Monarchs, which represents functionally the full combo of Monarch, or a card like Erebus the Underworld Monarch, which can send Monarch spell traps rotting in your hand to the graveyard to add itself or any other Monarch you happen to mill back as well. The end result was a deck that was not only exceptionally consistent, but exceptionally powerful. Erebus the Underworld Monarch did a great job of cleaning up Cosmo ships and domains that would otherwise give Burning Abyss pause. Burning Abyss helped the consistency of this otherwise struggling deck and put up huge aggro pushes when really all Monarch had to write home about was Aether summoning Erebus and hoping that 58 was enough. It's also one of the most effective decks at wielding the Prime Monarch and the rank 5 suite that was just so unbelievably powerful during this period, most notably Volcasaurus and Pleiades. Of course, the glue that held this deck together was the one, the only Beatrice Lady of the Eternal. Any hand that could get to Beatrice already had the Seer Dante loop established, and for that reason, you could use the subsequent Beatrice activation to send something like a Pantheism and find the half of the deck you maybe didn't have already. It's shocking just how consistent jamming two disparate strategies together was in this deck specifically. The major weakness of this deck, as I'm sure you can see, is that it doesn't have a lot of room for defensive cards. You couldn't exactly play Solemn Strike or Twin Twister or a ton of really powerful floodgates out of the board if you're attempting to mill your entire deck every turn 1. But I'd argue that cards like Erebus and Aether were so comprehensive in their ability to resolve onboard threats that it really didn't matter. So let's go through the individual cards. We're playing one apiece of Alec, Barbar, Calcab, and then 2 Seer. Unfortunately, we only get 1 Graph during this period, but we do get 3 Farfa, 3 Skarm, and of course we're playing 1 Libic just in case. We've got 3 Aether, 2 Erebus, 2 Kuraz. You really want to be able to summon Kuraz off of Aether, and you mill a lot of cards. And of course, 3 Speedroid Terratop and 1 Speedroid Takatomborg. Love these cards. So very happy that we get to show them off. We're also playing 1 copy of Tour Guide from the Underworld. This card is strange. I actually don't really like it in this deck. Outside of inflexibility, this deck's #1 weakness is that everything wants to be normal summoned, and you aren't able to use Tour Guide from the Underworld and an Erebus because you don't have access to cards like the Squires, which give you extra normals. For spells we're on one domain, it seems weird to be playing this in a deck with a full extra, but changing a monster's level does come up quite frequently. Foolish Burial, Frost Blast of the Monarchs, I think if this is the first time we're seeing this card, is a very powerful spell that has utility if it's milled. 3 copies of Pantheism of the Monarchs, 1 copy of Return, 3 copies of Tenacity, 3 copies of Stormforth, and 2 copies of Prime. This is not a lot. For that reason, you have to be counting your Erebus and Aether activations very carefully. The macro of this game is very important. In the side, we're playing a copy of Cyber Dragon and a copy of Core. Core and Cyber Dragon, of course, are a fantastic package if you intend to play against Cosmo, because you can board into this Gameritek Fortress Dragon, which removes them all from the field. Dark Simorg is hilarious. 3 Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, 1 copy of Majesty's Fiend, 1 Raigeki, triple Twin Twister, and triple Anti-Spell Fragrance. So with that, here's Alex with another really neat innovation from this format.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally at the end of what seems like an eternity, and it's a bit sad because this has been a fun format in the 2016 season of sorts, but we're around the WCQ season, and this is sort of the last hurrah for the decks that we are playing. You've already seen Joseph's deck. He's playing Burning Abyss Monarch, and I'm playing a Cosmo deck for like the 900th time. I don't know why I keep getting fed this one, but this one is a little bit different. In Shining Victories, a set that did not have many other cards aside from, the popular Blue Eyes cards, which didn't start seeing play until a little bit later, mostly post-banless after WCQ season. We may see a little bit of that in the next episode. We got a little card known as Fire King Island. Now, as a Fire King enthusiast, I saw this card and was over the moon, but this was more a Cosmo card than a Fire King card because Cosmo cards don't suck like Fire King cards do. So, Fire King Island, if you've never seen this card before, it is a field spell that says, if this face-up card in the field zone is sent to the graveyard or banished, destroy all monsters you control. Now, you only use one of the following effects once per turn. During your main phase, you can destroy 1 monster in your hand or you control, and if you do, add a Fire King monster from your deck to your hand. That is the most important effect on this card because what you're able to do with Fire King Island is destroy any of your Cosmo ships, aside from Dark Planet, obviously, because that wouldn't trigger what you're trying to do, and allows you to get a special summon onto the field for free. The whole gimmick of this is that one of the biggest weaknesses of Fire King, or rather of Cosmo, is that it's not able to get multiple summons in a turn, and that's why stuff like E-Telly is so strong in the deck. So having Fire King Island, since you're already playing a field spell, means you can search this with Terraforming to give you an additional line of follow-up to be able to keep going on with your plays, and it tutors anything from the deck as long as you're destroying something like a Dark Destroyer. You're obviously limited by what you're popping in your hand, but at the end of the day, most of what you want is low enough level that as long as you're destroying a ship, period, you're going to be able to get something like a Tin Can, a Straw Man, a Farm Girl, etc., and that's the name of the game. You also get to add Fire King Avatar Garunix to your hand, which is sort of the garnet of the deck, but it's the price to pay to be able to play Fire King Island. But it's nice because you only need one of it because you can search it with Terraforming, and after you do this once, you're pretty much set. From that point on, you're going to want to just go for Cosmo Town, and it's a nice way to just have an extender for a deck that is sort of lacking in ways to do so. And so that's really it. Let's do the card by card for everything else. We've got the 1 Garunix as the garnet. We have Triple Destroyer, of course. 2 of the newly released Cosmo Dark Planet. Now, this card is actually kind of interesting because it operates on a different axis than the regular Cosmo cards do. It can't be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by banishing Cosmo monsters from your hand or whose total levels equal 10 or more, and cannot be special summoned by other ways. It can't be targeted by opponent's card effects, and during either player's turn, when a spell card is activated, you can banish a Cosmo monster from your graveyard, negate and destroy that card. And if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish it to add a level 9 or lower Cosmo monster from your deck to your hand. So unfortunately, this is one that doesn't special summon to the field, but it does allow you to get a Dark Destroyer to your hand, which is pretty nice because that should set everything in motion anyway. The problem is, it has a very high summoning condition in order to get this out, but the fact that it negates spell cards is pretty cool, and also by banishing the Cosmos, it puts them in a banished pile for Cosmo Town to get those back into your hand. We have Delta Shuttle, which is one of the ships that doesn't see play too often. Once per turn, you can send a Cosmo monster from your deck to the graveyard, target a face-up monster on the field, it loses attack and defense equal to the sent monster's level times 100, and then it has your traditional Cosmo clause because it is a ship. Then we have 1 Farm Girl, 1 Forerunner, 1 Landwalker. This is just a level 6 ship for all intents and purposes. It has a replacement effect if it would be destroyed, but it's just a 6 to allow you to be able to go and a little bit further down the chain by adding more things in between. Triple Slip Rider, because it's one of the best ones. Sword Troopers is one we haven't really seen much of. During either player's turn, it has the typical clause that you can just banish it to special level 4 or higher, and its main effect is once per turn, you can pay 1,000 life points, target a Psychic type Cosmo in your graveyard, special summon it. That's pretty good because it allows you to get something like Tin Can, to get the Straw Man, or the newly released Dark Lady. Now, when Dark Lady was first announced, a lot of people were freaking out because this is actually a way that the deck can interact aside from just popping stuff with Dark Destroyer. And so Dark Lady Reed has the typical clause where it can tag out for anything level 6 or higher, which is quite good. But also, once per turn, when another monster's effect is activated, quick effect, pay 1,000 life points, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy that monster. So you have a built-in monster effect negation, which also happens to destroy at the same time, meaning that you can actually negate your opponent's effects instead of having to just pop everything with Dark Destroyer. And that means you have multiple layers of interaction you could possibly deal with on your opponent's turn. We have triple Maxi rounding out our monsters. The spells, we have double Allure, double E-Telly, the 1 Fire King Island to go with 3 Cosmo Town and 3 Terraforming. And then the traps, just double Call the Haunted and triple Cosmojo. The extra is very funny because we were playing a bunch of cards that we could hit with the newly released Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, courtesy of Shining Victories as well. By hitting cards like Dante or Beatrice or whatever just seems to be problematic in any particular matchup, it lowers the ceilings of those decks tremendously to be able to play at your level, but your deck's already playing a bit unfair because you have stuff like Dark Destroyer anyway, so being able to use this card in that way was really neat, and a card that a lot of people were looking forward to experimenting with upon release. So we have a bunch of things in here that we may not summon ourselves, but are targets for Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries, because let's be honest, Cosmo doesn't really need its extra deck. So we have Beatrice, Pleiades, we have an Infinity to pair with a Nova, we have a Dante, we have a Digital Bug Corbage, I guess we could technically summon that. We have Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger, Herald of Pure Light, a Leviair, we have Giga Brilliant, Volcasaurus, Utopic Future, Mecha Beast, Grand Pulse, and 2 copies of Breaksword. And for the side, we just have triple Valor, double Gamma Seal, triple Ghost Reaper, Dark Hole, a Mirror of the Ice Barrier, very funny that we could possibly still play this, even though it's no longer Necros format, a Raigeki, double Twin Twister, and double Full House. Guys, this is probably going to be Cosmo's last hurrah. A lot of you guys may love this deck, a lot of you may hate it, but it was around for quite a while, and when you're looking at the format of like Cosmo, BA, Monarch, Pendulum, this is a format that's revered by a lot of people in the 2016 part of the timeline. So we're going to give it one last hurrah. Ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to do it. Well, Mr. Rothschild, the Rothschildian bioweapon manufacturer lab was not able to take me down. I am now back for the first time in a week, and even though you've been on a major loss streak, and you were taking any and all efforts to be able to get back in the winner's circle, sad to say, buddy, you're gonna have to play some Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, I did what I had to. Unfortunately, it was not sufficient. My COVID bioweapon, Project DANNY, was only able to infect you for a short period of time. So we might have to deploy the big guns if I'm not able to take this one.
We'll see. Yeah, quite a loss streak you're on over there. But this is going to be an interesting one. And sadly, it's a bit bittersweet because you and I have actually been thoroughly enjoying this format just to a significant degree. All the Cosmo, the Monarch, just all of it. And in your case, you're actually combining 2 of these decks into one, which no one would think possible, probably looking back at this game now. But it's exciting. It's fun to see that these is like the last 2 times we're really going to see these decks until we get a big ban list and we introduce some new decks into history. How you feeling?
I will miss these. You know, this is one of the formats that I first started taking seriously when I returned to Yu-Gi-Oh! And it is kind of upsetting that it is as fun as I remember. I thought maybe I was like looking at it with rose-tinted glasses, but there really are a ton of really interesting strategies during this period. And after this one, there's really only 1 or 2 strategies.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and roll the die and shout out the patron. It is Zach Taha. Thank you for the support. Buddy, do you have the hand up?
I do.
I rolled a 3, the number of stars on Cosmo Farm Girl.
I picked a 2, the number of burning abysses I'm going to feed into an Erebus.
That's going to be a pretty good start for you. This should be exciting for you. This is the first time you've played Monarch the entire history of Yu-Gi-Oh! And if it's been as good as it has been for me, I imagine it will be for you as well. Best of luck, buddy.
We'll just brick out of the starting gate. Okay, well, stand by main, I guess.
All good. Yep.
Terror Top.
That's a pretty good card, sure.
We will add a Taka Tomborg from deck to hand. Next.
I think I'm going to go ahead and Max C here.
I figured.
See what you do.
That was coming.
You thought you could escape it because you're not playing Master Duel, buddy? Joke's on you.
Normal Taka Tomborg?
Sure.
Let's overlay here for Dante.
I'll take a draw.
We'll mill 3.
Come on, Graf Seer. Graf Seer. Graf Seer.
I mean, I'll just ignore them. They're voluntary. Oh, those are
Damn
pretty
it.
good, actually. Holy guacamole. We are going to give you another draw. I'll make Beatrice.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Then we're going to go Tenacity of the Monarchs, reveal Kuraz.
Sure.
We are going to grab a Pantheism.
Got the Prime in hand already?
No, we have a Stormforth, which is kind of crappy, but whatever.
It's fine.
Oh, interesting. All right, we're gonna banish Pantheism here, and we are going to add Stormforth, Tenacity.
Well, you already Tenacity. If I give you Tenacity, you don't have another Stormforth since the other two are in deck. I'll give you the Tenacity. I'll try for it.
Well, I'll see you next turn. Go ahead.
Yep. All right, so I know Tenacity, Kuraz in hand. I don't think I know anything else.
That's true.
All right. We'll draw. Oh, that is just that is the best draw in my entire deck. Thank you. I love Yu-Gi-Oh so much, let me tell you. Let's start with the terraforming.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves Cosmotown.
Oh, sure. So what you're telling me is that you drew Avatar Garunix?
Joseph, don't worry about it.
Maybe you shouldn't have
don't
Maxi.
worry about what's...
You know, maybe that was a bad decision.
You know, honestly, that probably was the bad decision. Let's Cosmotown.
Cosmotown's fine.
I'm going to declare. We're going to put back Slip Rider and Landwalker. We get to see some new cards this time around.
While you didn't reveal those, I'll just go ahead and watch back the video and see that you shuffled back the Garunix here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. This is, like, fine. The problem is Beatrice is just, like, fucking gigantic, which is the problem. So I don't really think this is that good. I'll try for a normal summon of Tin Can.
Yeah, that's fine.
I will go ahead and set one card face down and attempt to go to end phase.
All right, so during the end phase, sorry, you have turn player priority during end phase. So during end of main phase? Is that what I have to do here? That's like kind of crappy. Yeah, during end of main, we're going to go Beatrice effect. We are going to send... You know what, actually? Proceed to end phase is fine. I think that... I'm just trying to get too cute. I'm like, I can go for like Alec or Farfa and force you to have a name and prevent you from getting the Tin Can search. If I do that in end of main, you can add the Tin Can back with Cosmotown, and like the only thing that blanks is if that back row is exactly a call. And even then, I don't know how much I care about a call. You're fine. Yeah, do your thing.
So I'll go to end phase then. I'll pay 5. I will not forget to pay 5 this time.
Yeah.
We will go ahead and reveal ourselves a good old Dark Destroyer. I guess we could get Forerunner. Why not? And Slip Rider would be like, sure, we'll pick the Slip Rider.
Sure. Here's hoping, baby. There's no real math involved.
And that's going to be it for me. Go ahead.
We will go Beatrice here. We'll go Skarm. Dante effect. We'll grab back Cowcab.
Okay.
We will resolve Skarm. We'll grab Asir.
Sure.
Draw for turn. Anything in standby.
All good.
Main phase. Normal tour guide effect.
No response.
All right. We are going to grab Graph. You're going to fucking pee your pants when you see what I'm going to summon. It's Dante.
Shocker. Who would have thought? That's fine.
Right, we're going to go Dante effect for 3. Perfect.
Okay.
There he is. Holy guacamole.
Gonna get some Barbar action. And you have a Graph trigger.
Yeah, I think I am going to get some Barbar action. We're going to go Barbar for 2 to do 6.
Okay, I'll take 6.
And then we'll go Graph. We'll summon Farfa.
Sure.
Farfa dies by state-based. I'll activate the effect targeting Tin Can.
I guess I'll attempt to activate Tin Can in response.
Yeah, I have nothing about that. That's fine.
So you'll get banished, and I guess I'll bring out Forerunner.
Okay, sure. We'll go make another Beatrice.
This card isn't limited yet?
Oh, no, it's a 3.
Jesus.
We'll go Cowcab effect here. Target the back row.
Bounce it back to my hand. I guess we'll chain it. It's called the Haunted.
Yeah, right.
We'll grab Dark Destroyer. I'm going to use Dark Destroyer here. The problem is I could just pop one of the Beatrices, but then I was gonna say we have purple Dante to worry about, which is like a whole nother issue.
That is true.
I know you have Tenacity, which can just get you to Stormforth anyway, so it's not like this Dark Destroyer is like long for this Earth regardless. We're gonna have to deal with him eventually. Let's just take out the Beatrice.
So we'll go Beatrice 1, Dante 2. We are gonna grab back Graph. Then we'll go purple Dante.
Haven't seen him this entire saga of history.
No, he's like a lad.
Yeah, this card is kind of crazy.
I'm going to fire purple Dante.
Sure.
And a pitch Seer to draw. Did we Seer this turn?
You have not. All you've done is Graph.
Yeah. Then we'll go Seer effect target Dante. We'll go Graph to the grave for B. Tenacity. Gonna reveal Kuraz.
Yep.
We will grab... how do I want to do this? Let's grab Prime.
Sure.
We'll go Erebus here. Pitch the Prime for Aether.
It's fine.
We're going to set 1. And I think I'm just passing turn here.
We'll draw. I think it's standby. Standby for me. I gain 1,000 life points.
Yo!
I want to say this deck only plays one purple Dante, so as long as I can clear that one, then we're like probably fine. Still just an annoying card to deal with regardless. I'm going to put back a Straw Man and a Sword Trooper.
Both fine.
And we'll draw 2. Not ideal. I guess we'll attempt to leave main here.
That's okay.
So in battle phase, let's go Forerunner over the Beatrice.
We'll go B here. Let's send a Pantheism.
Love that you can do that in this deck. Great.
And then big freaking surprise, Lois. I am only playing the 1.
Yeah, and you'll take 300 from that as well. I guess we'll try to take out Purple Dante while we're at it.
We'll go Purple Dante.
Cycle a card.
We'll pitch a Seer. And then we'll
Trigger
go
the Seer.
Seer for Dante. Replay occurs. You still want to do this?
I would like to.
All right. So I'll take 2, and then we'll
And
trigger
I
it.
will send a random card from my opponent's hand to the graveyard.
Let's go for this one.
Hey, thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Had to get some value off of it. We'll go second main.
Yep.
I guess we'll go Cosmotown to get the tin can back to my hand. Let's go ahead and I think I'm just going to set 1. Could be anything.
Right.
And I'll pass.
End of main, we're going to Storm Forth.
Sure.
We're going to Aether.
Imagine the Dark Destroyer's not long for this Earth.
Yeah. I'm going to go these 2.
Yep.
We'll go Aether 1, Dante 2.
Yeah, that's fine.
Grab back Seer. And then Aether is going to send Prime Frost Blast.
On the Frost Blast. Hell
Yeah, right. And then we'll grab Kuraz. I will Kuraz effect target itself.
So draw 1. It's fine.
Do I target your set card? No, because your set card is Garunix. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
We will go Banish Tenacity for Prime.
It's fine.
All right, stand by me.
This is where we get railed.
We're trying. Let's go Return of the Monarchs, the card I drew off the top. I hope
one.
I can still resolve Pantheism. Let's find out.
I imagine you have targets.
okay.
You only 10 in deck, though.
Stormforth, Tenacity, Domain.
You can have
Are
Domain.
you sure I could I would really like to not have Domain. No problem. Activate Domain. We
Sure.
ain't never lock it. We ain't never lock it.
To be fair, Domain's kind of useful in this
It's
situation.
not bad. It is not terrible.
Yeah. The effect that, like, never comes up is actually kind of relevant right now.
We are going to go Domain, reveal Erebus.
Not like you need it when you have Erebus, but still.
We are going to tribute Prime for Erebus. We're going to trigger Erebus. We're going to shuffle Forerunner, and we're going to send Pantheism Tenacity.
Okay.
We're going to Frost Blast. 1, 2 to pop this.
And it is the Garunix, and it may surprise you. I do not have a Fire King Avatar monster in my deck to special summon.
Indeed, it does not surprise me. This is how much? This is lethal? We'll
This
try
is
for it.
56, 76. This is lethal. All right. Yeah, that Max C was so great on that turn 1 when I drew Fire King Garunix and Fire King Island in succession. Great time.
Not often you maxi and lose off of it, but you know,
Yeah,
it's been
it
known to
happens. It happens.
Oh.
Best of luck, buddy. This
Best of
hand's
luck to you,
looking fine, I guess. Okay, so we'll start with a Cosmotown.
Yeah, me when I open full combo. Looks good. Looks
Yeah.
fine.
I did full combo my ass. All right, we're going to put back a Landwalker and a Delta Shuttle. This definitely looks like a full combo to me.
This was a hand that was an immediate victory if I didn't have one little card called Cosmotown to worry about.
All right, we'll draw a couple. Jesus Christ. Normal Tin Can.
Of course.
Go to end phase. Resolve Tin Can.
That's fine.
It's not great. It's not great. We're going to go Destroyer, Forerunner, I guess Slip Rider. What about Dark Planet? Do we just get Dark Planet? That sounds like a cool idea. Sure, let's do Dark Planet. Let's see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fucking
You're gonna
regret
get
this
it,
as soon
is
as
the
this happens.
problem.
And I regret it
did get it.
immediately. Go ahead.
All right, stand by main.
That's fine.
Well, actually a lot of thinking to do here. You've got 4 in hand and one is Dark Planet. What am I doing? This is not even remotely funny. Let's go Domain of the Monarchs. How about that? How about
Sure.
Monarch Planet? We'll use the effect.
To reduce the level, who are you reducing?
This guy.
Reduce an Erebus. I have no response. That's fine.
Stormforth.
That's fucking frustrating, I'm gonna be honest. Let me think here. I think I have to do this, otherwise I'm just hosed. I'm gonna... Stormforce fine, then Resolution, I'm gonna activate Tin Can.
No response.
We're gonna go for Slip. Slip, pop, Cosmotown.
Oh, that's cute. Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Trigger Cosmotown. We will grab probably... No, I will grab Dark Destroyer.
Sure. We'll tribute him.
Go ahead.
We'll go Erebus. We'll do it. Let's go Prime and Pantheism. Let's
or are you
roll some
shuffling?
dice.
Sure.
That one.
It goes back.
Pantheism. I don't know. I don't really give a shit about any of these. Let's go Stormforth, Return.
You can have Return.
Yeah. Tenacity. We'll reveal Aether.
Get it anyway. Sure.
Grab Stormforth.
Yep.
Let's just go combat here. We'll do 28. Second main, we'll go Return, set 1, back to you.
Pretty good. Hell draw. Anything in standby. Go main 1. I'm going to banish Dark Destroyer and Dark Destroyer for Cosmo Dark Planet.
Epic.
Battle.
Yes.
And we'll try to kill Erebus.
I'll take 12 here. Sure.
That's all I got. Go ahead.
That is all you got. All right, special Sidra.
No, you're not on this.
Yeah, I am.
You asshole. Do the thing. Hold on. I'm gonna max C before you do this.
You could draw some cards. Don't worry, you're good.
Yeah.
I'll go
Fucking
Chimera
Chimera Tech. The bane of every Cosmo player. This is actually the first time we've actually seen this in all of history. Now that I think about it.
It actually
That's very
is.
funny. Very funny.
We'll go Domain. We'll reveal Aether.
Yeah, I'm probably dead here. That's fine.
You are literally dead if
I am
you don't
literally
have anything here. Yeah.
I am dead. Yep, that's it for me. You just get another Aether, and that is the end of it.
For what it's worth, that hand was insane. It was full Monarch combo plus Sidra, and there was...
Oh, fun!
Turn 1, if I had revealed Aether with Domain rather than Erebus, I literally could have just killed you on the spot. Sometimes, you know...
Sometimes you just have everything. Maybe going for the Dark Planet wasn't the best idea, I'm going to be honest. But,
I don't...
You know, it was very
Did you have
funny.
another option?
I don't think... I mean, I could have gone for, like, a Slip Rider or something, but, like, Dark Planet's funny. I got to summon... It locked out your Stormforth for what it's worth.
I was going to say, anything else, I just storm you. And the last card in hand is Tour Guide, so...
Oh, wow. That's like the most broken hand ever. You want to try the game 3, buddy? I mean,
of course,
this is what you've been waiting for. I got fucking annihilated. Holy crap. We are not doing a good job of showing the power of Fire King Cosmo.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think we are. I think we might be.
Probably. This is like the first time playing Monarch, right? This hand looks a little bit decent, I'll say. So I think there might be a bit of hope here.
Don't worry.
Okay. So we'll go Allure to start.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything.
We'll get rid of Cosmo Delta Shuttle. Cannot believe we're playing this card. We will activate Cosmotown. I'm going to regretfully add the Delta Shuttle back to my hand for 500 life points.
Delta Shuttle is not bad.
It's not bad. It's okay. Then I'm going to fire Cosmotown again. We're going to go ahead and shuffle a couple of these guys back. So we're going to go Shuttle and Strawman.
Bullshit. Like, legitimately, how could you do this to Delta Shuttle?
Draw 2. Excellent. That's fucking exactly what I wanted. I mean, it is what it is, I guess. I can do the fucking stupid thing. I don't think it's worth it, in all honesty. I am just going to set 1 card and pass.
Ah, damn it. Okay, well, stand by main. All right, you got to be bricking on something. Terratop?
Terratop's fine. Get your tuck.
Do you have a maxi here?
I do have a maxi on res.
I was going to say, what the hell is your hand if you don't? Let's normal Takatomborg for sure.
That's fine.
We'll make Dante.
In my draw, I'm going to think here. I mean, more cards is probably beneficial to me in this situation. This is fine.
We'll go Dante for 3.
Sure. Nice Pantheism mill. Nice Pantheism mill.
3 decent
Pretty good.
ones. We're gonna banish Pantheism.
Sure.
We are gonna grab Tenacity. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. Tenacity. Reveal Kurez.
He is glued to your hand.
Yeah, well, we're playing 2, actually, because if you accidentally mill one, it sucks so bad.
Yeah,
But,
that makes sense.
We'll go Pantheism here, pitching Prime. Oh my good god. I mean, it was okay. We'll go Combat and try and hit for 25.
I'm going to think here. I haven't done anything else. All I know is you have, like, Kuraz, right? I'll E-Telly here.
No response.
We'll go Farm Girl. Fuck it. And then we'll tag out. For Dark Destroyer, we'll pop the Dante.
That's fine. I think no effect on the Dante, right?
You want to use that Dante effect, buddy?
We'll go M2 here. I think I'm chilling. We'll go to end and try and resolve my boy.
Your Scarm? That's perfectly fine by me.
We'll grab Tour Guide.
And then you'll discard the hand size, sir.
I think you can choose to resolve Scarm after hand size. Am I lying?
I think you're just lying.
Oh, I have a really funny play, but Maxi lingers, right? For this turn, yeah. All right, we will pitch Barbar.
You want to burn me?
Yeah, you can take 3 here.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. All right. I'll draw Cosmo Town.
Yeah.
I'll get back Farm Girl.
Yeah.
I will normal Farm Girl. I will attempt to go to battle.
That's fine.
Go 15.
All right, we will go Prime Monarch here.
Sure. We will go 3K over.
Ow.
I don't really think there's much else. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go second main. We'll use Cosmo Town. I'm gonna put back a Strawman and a Slip Rider.
Yep.
And we'll draw a few more. We will throw one down, pass it back.
That's rough. Okay. Standby, main. Oh, God. That was like the best draw in my deck. Terror Top.
I'm pretty sure you're not on a second one of these.
No, he's
so
just chilling.
Yeah, you're fine.
Stormforth.
That is rough. Yeah, no response. You're good.
We're going to go Grave Effect of Pantheism. We're going to reveal Tenacity, Return.
Well, I mean, if you're going to get it anyway, I might as well give you the return.
Yeah. We'll set Return here.
Fine by me.
Thoughts, prayers?
You're good.
All right. We're going to tribute Terror Top and the Farm Girl for Erebus. We'll trigger Erebus 1, Return 2.
I will go Chain 3, Cosmojo. Target my Destroyer. So Destroyer will get destroyed. Want to just get rid of the Erebus. There is some value in getting rid of Return, because then if you don't have Aether, keeps you off of that. I'm gonna get something shuffled regardless. That was your Tribute Summon.
Was my normal, yes.
I'm gonna go for the Return, actually.
Yeah, I like that. Okay. We'll go Frost Blast, Prime, and we'll shuffle the Cosmo Town.
Sure. Then New Chain, Dark Destroyer.
Yep, that's fine.
We'll banish. Probably just make our way down the food chain here, I would imagine. So we'll go Forerunner.
You're good.
We'll draw. That is not a bad one. Actually, that is a terrible one. I take that back. All right, so 4 in hand. You've got a fuckload of stuff over there. We're going to go normal Strawman. Go Strawman effect. Bring out Destroyer. Unfortunately, it's negated, but it is still just a giant dude. Yeah, it's not bad. We'll just go battle here. Try to go 3K over.
I'll take 2 here.
Then we'll go 500 in.
Yep.
And then 28.
All good.
Second main. I think we'll just go head on over to our end phase. This Dark Destroyer will get destroyed, and we'll trigger him.
Yeah.
Off of him, I guess I'll try to get something going on here. I guess we'll go for Dark Lady. We haven't seen her all game. Oh, I forgot to gain my 1,000 from a Forerunner.
Oh, yeah, don't forget.
The best effect in the game.
End step will go Prime.
That makes sense. Yeah, that's fine.
Let's go Prime again.
Second Prime. On that activation, I will Maxi.
Oh, okay. Well, hold up. Now we gotta think. Man. We'll overlay for Pleiades.
I'll take another draw.
Combat. We'll walk into Dark Lady.
That is annoying, but unfortunately, I don't think there's anything I can do about it. Yes, I'll take 3 here.
We'll bounce the Strawman.
Strawman's back.
Second main, we're going to activate the Graveyard Effect of Erebus. We're going to pitch a Pantheism. I'm gonna try for Pantheism. Let me see if we actually have enough targets. Yeah, I'm gonna get Tenacity, Stormforth.
Sure, you can have the Stormforth.
Get out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back to you.
Okay.
5.
Throwing one down, I see.
Yeah.
No main one. No, excuse me. I need to gain my 1,000. What am I doing?
Yeah, really,
All right.
truly shocking.
We're gonna go Allure of Darkness.
Yeah.
We'll banish the Cosmo Sword Troopers. Another one we haven't seen, actually.
True.
This is not looking too hopeful over here. Kinda just want to go battle, try to force the Pleiades out. Let's try it.
End of main, we'll go Stormforth. We'll go Prime. And then we'll go Aether.
Makes sense. The Forerunner has fallen.
Aether effect. We'll go Kurez, target itself.
Draw a card, that's fine. Okay, still in main 1 for all the good it'll do. Normal summoning Strawman.
We will attempt Pleiades here. Targeting Strawman.
You sure? You know, you can target your own cards.
I'm
saying.
aware.
You can put the Aether back in your hand. Think how crazy that is.
Oh.
Fortunately, that's like probably gonna have to be okay. Yeah, Strawman comes back. We will go... well, that's the namesake of the deck, so I may as well do something with it. Fire King Island.
Yo! Okay, all right. Wait, it's actually
great.
doing what it's supposed to here. You burned your normal, and it's going to let you get to something.
Yeah, I guess. May I destroy a monster
Yeah,
in my
do what
hand?
you want, yeah.
Okay, I will destroy Cosmo Sliprider. We will add the ultimate being, Fire King Avatar Garunix
Yeah,
to
that's
our
him.
hand.
That's the ultimate being.
This will trigger the Sliprider, so we'll banish. This does get us to another monster. Strawman, I think, is the pick here.
right.
Nothing else is like really that useful, I don't think. Yeah, so we'll go for the Strawman. We can put him in defense, which is nice. We'll go Strawman effect. Bring back the Destroyer, and I guess we will just go to battle.
That's fine.
Take out the Aether.
I'll take 2.
And then second main, I've got a set. I will proceed to end phase. Destroyer will kill itself. We'll trigger the Destroyer. And I don't have many good targets left. That is unfortunate. Let's grab... Fuck it. Landwalker. Right.
Wee ball. All right, we'll go Prime it instead.
You primed for your Aether play. You did.
It was...
Because you sacked off
my
your prime.
You're right.
And my...
we'll do it
Forerunner.
in draw.
Doing it in draw is fine.
We'll normal Tour Guide and activate the effect.
That is absolutely crazy. Yes, that's fine.
She's been kind of rotting in the hand, to be honest. Cow
You know, the deck is just too good. That's the real... You just have too many good cards to play.
You're right. We'll go Dante.
Sure.
Dante effect.
We'll Cosmojo. I'll target the Landwalker.
No response to this.
And then we'll banish the Dante.
Sure.
And then we'll trigger Landwalker. Delta Shuttle.
Jesus Christ. We'll just... we'll do this.
Oh, that's the card. Yep.
Wow.
So I take 8 here. Sure. It's fine.
All right, and back to you.
Okay. We'll go main 1. That is maybe as good as it could have been. It is Cosmo Town.
Oh
I can
my God,
actually
that's
learn how to
insane.
activate it properly.
Yeah.
If you saw the contents of my hand, you would realize how insane it actually is. I'm going to go Cosmo Town. I'm going to shuffle back with Cosmo Town a Strawman and a Tin Can.
That's fine.
Draw 2. We're going to go Cosmo Town, add Dark Destroyer back to hand. I'll pay 8.
Yeah.
We will Terraforming for another Cosmo Town.
Yep.
We'll fire another. With this one, I'm going to get back the Sword Troopers. Pay 3. I'm going to go normal Sword Trooper. It's fine. We committed. We'll Sword Trooper. I'll pay 1,000.
Yep.
I'm going to bring back... It has to be a Psychic, unfortunately. But I will go Strawman. We'll go Strawman effect. Get me the Sliprider. And then... Actually, no, I'm sorry. Get me the Landwalker. That's what I meant.
Sure.
And then I'm going to use Delta Shuttle's effect, actually. I'm going to dump Dark Planet and sink your Gaia by 10. So 1,000 each. So we'll put him to attack. I guess this could also go to attack. The damage could matter. We'll go battle here. So this is what, 16? So we'll go Landwalker into the Gaia for 8. And then we will go Strawman effect. Tag out for Destroyer.
Yep.
Then we go Destroyer. I have to pop the Prime here. Yeah, pop Prime. We'll go 1,000.
I'm at 35. Yeah, I guess we'll try for Prime here.
Okay. Then Dark Destroyer redeclare. And then 2,000. Second main. I know there was a way to lethal if I thought about it longer. We'll go end phase, resolve Strawman, pop Walker, Walker, pop.
Whopper.
Go for Slip. Slip, pop Cosmotown. Cosmotown, get me Dark Destroyer.
Yep.
And I'll pass.
Stand by main. Okay, let's special graph.
I was waiting for Sidra just to come down and ruin my day, but that's fine.
Oh god, could you imagine? I mean, you actually have the Sidra out on field. Special Farfa. We'll make Dante. Dante effect.
It's fine.
Okay. Beatrice. We'll go Seer effect, target Dante.
It's fine.
We'll go Prime. And we'll go 1, 2 for Erebus.
Okay, Erebus is here.
We'll go Dante, target Seer. Battle. We'll go Erebus into Sword Trooper.
Guess I have to do this. I'll declare. I'll bring out the boy. I guess we're popping Erebus. As much as I'd like to pop Beatrice, I just think that's a very bad idea, so we'll pop Erebus.
We'll go Beatrice into Delta Shuttle, I guess.
It's like 5 here. Delta Shuttle effect. We will grab... Do I have any targets? I have a couple, actually. What do we got? We'll go for Sword Trooper. Draw. We'll go Sword Trooper effect. We'll get Dark Lady.
Yep.
Battle, I guess.
Sure.
Dark Destroyer.
Okay. I take 5 here. We will go B1, Graph 2, Dante 3.
Beatrice 1, Graph 2, Dante 3. I'll chain Maxi. Actually, no, this is damage step. I can't. Never mind. You're good.
We'll add Farfa. Special Alec. Dante.
Sure.
No, we are getting Seer here. Yeah, like this.
All good.
Yes.
We'll go Destroyer into Dante.
We'll do Dante.
Yeah, I'll negate. I'll pay the 1,000.
We'll go Dante 1, Farfa 2. Let's banish Slip, and let's roll...
Hit the Garunix. Hit the Garunix. Hit the Garunix. Come on,
I
Joseph.
don't think
Hit the
anything
Garunix.
really matters anymore.
Hit the Garunix. Starman's pretty good for what it's worth. This is redeclare. Yeah, so we'll go in.
We'll go Seer here.
Hit Dante.
Sadly, Purple Dante was not special summoned properly.
Could you imagine? That would be insane.
Oh, I can imagine. I'm trying very hard to imagine. We'll get Dante here.
Then we can't clear that, unfortunately. Second main. Got anything in here? It's cute. Of course not. That would be too good. We will proceed to the end phase and get our Slip Rider back.
Well, we have maneuvered ourselves into a position where we do have a winning line. Let's go Tribute Dante for Kuraz. We'll go Kuraz target itself and Dark Lady, and Dante target Farfa as CL2.
I'll pay the 1,000 to stop the Dante.
Sure. Okay. Declare Seer.
So I'll chain Maxi for what it's worth.
Sure. Declare Skarm.
I was about to say, I'm pretty much dead here anyway. Yep.
We're hoping. We'll try for Nightmare Shark. Combat.
Declare Sword Trooper.
Yeah.
Got the last Dark Destroyer at the
okay.
last possible second. We'll take
Yeah,
him
you
out.
got it. Oh my god.
My god.
That was a bleeder.
Whew. That was I mean, that was more interesting than the first 2 games, I feel like.
For sure. No,
Yeah.
So for what it's worth, I do think that this is a pretty good show off of why Fire King Cosmo never made as big a splash as like the space it occupies mentally, you know? Like people remember this deck being really good, but in practice it actually doesn't have a ton of tops. And I think that game's a really fantastic example of why. Game 3, you had 2 consecutive turns of Maxi, and also got everything your deck wanted. And I was in the game the whole time. Like, I was in the game the whole time. If I could get to Barbar the last turn, I literally just had lethal. And even so, you had to, like, use the 3rd Maxi to find the 3rd Dark Destroyer to make it out. Like, the deck just had too low of a ceiling. And it's one of the first decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! That's, like, a capable, coherent, like, competent, pushed archetype that has that issue. Like, yes, you can make Dark Destroyer every turn. Yes, there's long combos where, like, you can go Dark Destroyer, pop for Farm Girl, for add for Cosmo Town in scenarios in which you are uninterrupted. But in practice, you're up against decks like Burning Abyss, which have the ability to just wall defensively forever before going over the top with either, if you're playing this build, Monarch, or if you're playing the PK build, like big break swords or even kaijus. Many people were playing during this period. Or if you're playing against Monarch, Erebus. This deck has a real problem with that guy in particular. So
yeah, I was about to say, just a lot of the ways that the decks just line up, there's just so many ways that the strengths of the deck just get overshadowed by the other decks in the format and what they're able to do so naturally. Yeah. And I think we saw a pretty good example of that, especially just like with Erebus and Stormforth exactly. Right? The amount of times where I'm just like, well, shit, if I don't use these cards, I'm just going to lose out on the advantage, so I may as well, even if it comes at a minus sometimes. It's like better than just straight up losing the game entirely. So it's not ideal, but I'm happy we got to show off BA Monarch because, like, I mean, you see your deck and, like, this deck is crazy. This is such a cool amalgamation of 2 archetypes that, like, naturally you wouldn't think wouldn't go together just because especially how, like, Xenophobic Burning Abyss cards tend to be. But man, this deck rocks. I love this deck to pieces.
Yeah, no, this is, I've played a lot of this archetype, or I've played a lot of this format historically. Like, a lot of people have wanted to play pickup games recently, and this is far and away, like, my favorite deck that I think was pretty unexplored during the period. In that 3rd game, I think there was a position where I shotgunned the Prime Monarch and draw when I could have waited. And if I had waited, could have made another rank 5. I think while Fire King Cosmo does a really poor job of shoring up the deck's weaknesses, an inability to beat Erebus, an inability to push for damage against Burning Abyss, it solves like a consistency problem the deck only sort of has. BA Monarch,
which we saw one time.
Yeah.
One time.
BA Monarch actually does fix all the problems from both decks. Monarch is a bricky mess, but if you open 2 Burning Abysses, you are off to the races. Burning Abyss is great at defense, but has a real problem against some strategies in terms of breaking walls. Erebus, Aether, Stormforth absolutely annihilate that, and it's aided even further by repeated activations of Prime, getting into the truly shocking rank 5 suite during this period. Volcasaurus, Constellar Pleiades. As soon as they're used, you can go into Gaia Dragon the Thunder Charger. I mean, this deck turns on a dime. And I absolutely love it. Against decks that put up Scales, you've got Kuraz. Against decks that put up big, untargetable guys, you've got Erebus. It's just fantastic. The one downside to it is, as you saw in Game 3, it's a little normal summon reliant. You want to be spending your normal on Aether or Erebus, but you can't afford to do that if you've also got a tour guide in hand. So the skills that it tests are just different than the skills that a lot of other decks test. You need like a macro level understanding of when you need to turn the corner on the BA half of your deck, when you need to be trying to spike an Erebus into the graveyard so you can start adding it to hand, sending Pantheisms that are just kind of rotting because you're on a low spell count. How many more Monarch activations you have because you don't have good ways to put them back in deck or get them back into your hand because you're not playing the Squires. If you are able to do those things, this is a very rewarding, very explosive deck, and I think a huge contender if anyone ever plays this deck historically.
So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout to Shout1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Phoenix the Immortal, Dan Manhoban, Richard E. Normus, Draconic, Jordan Coons, Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, Valen Jackson, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Indian Ataisho, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Dalton, Max, Twinkle Mutcher, Matthew Brady, Luabon, Yodabon. I tried reading cards before. It was horrible and My Guinea Pigs Had to Get Me Therapy, Helios515, Simo's Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel by All Community Soon, Cancel by All Committee Soon, Cancel by All Players Soon, Neapolitan, Shrugzix, The Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, and Corvain. Thank you all so much again for watching, and we will see you next time.